At fullback, Chris Anderson, Chris Mortimer, Greg Brentnell, Steve Gearin are the three quarters. Gary Hughes and Mortimer, Stephen, are the halves. Mark Hughes, Stephen Folkes and Graham Hughes are the back row. Jeff Robinson, George Paponis and John Coveney are the front row. And the coach, of course, the inimitable Ted Glossop. This is the full side. Neil Hunt, Neville Glover, Ed Solkowitz, Brett Kenny and Michael Collins. Michael Patterson and Peter Sterling, the halves. The forwards, Peter Wynn, Arthur Beetson, Stephen Sharp, Ron Hilditch, Stephen Edge and Jeff Gerard. The coach is John Peard. A kick from Mortimer takes them up to halfway again. Paponis, Mark Hughes, one of those huge dummies that the Hughes boys are famous for. Switch of play out to Robertson. Did well to take that. Miller getting to his feet. Steve Mortimer, Gary Hughes, back inside to Chris Mortimer. He's busted the defence, looking for support now. Gone just a fraction too far. Kenny was there to put him down. On the blind side they come again. Gary Hughes, Anderson, big step on the inside. Hughes, Steve Mortimer, Graham Hughes right through the dummy and ran out of support. I think Coveney may just have overrun him, and there's a penalty against Parramatta for failing to allow Graham. Stephen Edge. Sterling up with a high bomb. This is pressure for Cutler. Through they come. Patterson's going to be there just a little bit late to do the damage. Cutler took it very well. 8 metres out from Canterbury's line. They lead 2 points to 0. Gary Hughes. Mortimer. Nice pass to Brentnell, back to Gary Hughes. He's got a long way to go. He had a good head-on tackle by Neil Hunt. Mortimer was on the inside, Stephen, like a traffic cop.
There, so the pressure, I think he'll handle the pressure all right.
Parramatta on attack. We'll keep Mick Cronin there for another comment a little later on in the half. Stephen Edge, dummy half. Hilditch, Peter Sterling. Patterson, nicely. To Kenny, a long, beautiful pass out to Glover. Glover will go close. He bounced the ball. The referee has, anyway, the touch judge has got him into touch. It's a Parramatta ball if they can get it out. No, it's come out the Canterbury side. It was right under their feet. Steve Mortimer evades one tackle. He's running directly for the sideline. Then couldn't get into a straight position. Gary Hughes, the little dummy, just to settle the play down. Stephen Folkes. (2-0) Canterbury lead. A penalty goal to Steve Gearin. Graham Hughes cuts out a man. Robinson's done well to take some passes that have been thrown to him. Gary Hughes, Brentnell, looking for support. Now he's got it out to Mortimer. Should be a try. Anderson will go off the sideline. They won't catch him. He's bolted. It's a great runaway try to the Canterbury wing three-quarter. Anderson. And he went perilously close to the dead ball line there. Does he close it? On the Parramatta quarter line. Sterling. Glover. Glover. Busts one tackle. Lobs a long pass out there to Kenny. Kenny's got a bit of pace too. Mortimer comes at him and drops him with a classic diving tackle. About 25 minutes of this half gone. That was a beautiful tackle. Gerard, back to Sterling. Oh, lovely football on the wing. Will score! No, they've got him again. Steve Mortimer. Another, probably a try-saving tackle again. Beautiful stuff. He'll get penalised if he doesn't get off. And that's the right decision by referee Dancy. Mortimer did everything right. And those weekly award winners will be judged, and the man we judge to be the Footballer of the Year on Seven's Big League will receive a beautiful prize, a Mazda RX-7 sports car, one of the most beautiful sports cars around. Similarly, with a try of the match, the man judged to be responsible for the try of the match each week receives $150. At the year's end, all those tries are judged. We come up with the man most responsible for the try of the year. That man will be the recipient of a beautiful Mazda 626 Coupe, another great prize. Big Arthur, beautiful pass to Sterling. Oh, lovely football as Hilditch tears away. Out there to Solkowitz, is it? On the inside. The kick has come, the centre kick. It's going to bounce for Folks. He evades one tackle. Tough, hard stuff going on here at the moment. And 5 minutes of play in the second half. Mortimer with a little kick. That could be a penalty. Play on, the referee says. Steve Mortimer given a shoulder charge. We'll see that again if we can store it. The next time we have a stoppage. Wynn running crossfield, but he's found himself into a gap that could be interesting. The pass to Glover. It's a try to Parramatta. Anderson comes out in a great run from Peter Wynn. A timely return to form. And Glover backed him up beautifully on the outside and scored the try as well as any winger could. A kick from there for Gearan because he may not have been able to kick the ball dead, perhaps. Coveney. The Canterbury have shown a great willingness to move the ball wide. Robinson. Tear away. Here's a move involving the fullback. Here it comes. Mark Hughes. Yes, he's in. If he can get it down, that's going to be a big if. He can't. Held up in the end goal. The way he went over the sideline. Taking play back to the Parramatta quarter. Gearan runs from the tap restart, evades one tackle. Canterbury realise that time is moving on. Here's the crisscross again. Graham Hughes. Folks. Graham Hughes. Gary Hughes. There's Cutler in the middle. That's the usual fullback move. Gary Hughes managed to get a pass away to Mark. Mark Hughes still going. He's only 3 metres away, almost underneath the posts. Great opportunity now for Panis. Away to Coveney. Coveney on the surge. He's 6 inches short. Great tackle there. Toppled him like a tree. Patterson, I think, was the man that went underneath him. Steve Mortimer. Oh, that looked a forward pass anyway. Sharp. Parramatta forwards adept at running the play out in short bursts from the dummy half situation. Sterling. Patterson. There's Kenny. Hunt, rather, onto Sterling. Oh, stopped dead as he was hit hard by Chris Mortimer. Gerard from dummy half. Got a bad pass away. This could be interesting. Graham Hughes has swooped onto it. He's got Gearan out there. It's a try to Canterbury. All but an error. Graham Hughes swooped on that loose pass. Gerard threw it. And it's a tragedy, really, because he's gone very well today. But there's Canterbury. 17 minutes. Robinson. Desperation now for Parramatta. 9-5 lead they had was a good one. Steve Mortimer. Oh, through. Graham Hughes, and the pass goes too hard to him. He can't handle it. Possession over these dying stages is going to be very critical. Parramatta, obviously a team that's tiring a bit because of their midweek involvement. And they'll need all the ball they can get. Stood up on the tackle. Patterson has it. Through the dummy. Edge now dummy half. He was backing up too, calling for that ball. Patterson plays it. Out to Wynn. Wynn away to Kenny. Takes a high tackle. And unloads to Glover. Glover goes close. He's only a metre away. They've got him wrapped up. He stood up in the tackle and played it. He should just get on with the business of playing it and forget the fighting. Sterling, a long lobbing pass out to Patterson. Beatson's out there. Beatson can get a pass away. Yes, he does to Sterling. Sterling midfield now, wrapped up about 20 metres out. There's an opening out on the left if they can move it wide, quick. They can't. Sharp's taken the tackle. Canterbury a little bit slow to recover on that last sequence of tackles. Last tackle coming up. What is it? It's a bomb from Sterling. Up she goes. Cutler under pressure. Well, I think Cutler, one of the Canterbury players, has come up with the ball. Bretnell? Is it? No. Yes, it was Cutler. I was wrong. Sharp. Wynn. Sharp. Glover finds himself midfield. He's about 20 metres away. The referee calling in the background. Get off him. Edge. Beatson. Patterson. It's a lovely pass. Hilditch, edge, Sterling. I think he was looking for a field goal there. He thought about it.
Parramatta could be making a replacement soon.
Glover. I wouldn't take any bets on Arthur staying on much longer. I think he's just about exhausted himself.
And Lou Platt's doing warm-ups on the sideline now.
Edge. Arthur beats it. Long floating pass to the try, and if he unloads it, Kenny. Oh, it's gone too high. It's way over his head. Bad error. Tough, hard game of football, this one. Sharp's got cramp in the leg. He can't get to his feet. Trying to bend his toe up. Away to Brendel and goes off Anderson. Try Mortimer, put the glasses down. He's bolted. Right underneath the sticks he's going, the little man. And that one might just about wreck this Parramatta side.
Number 17 is on the sideline.
Lou Platts, former Queenslander. Robertson. All for the Bulldogs. Still managed to get his pass away. Graham Hughes has stepped one man. The pass away to Papatis on to Gearin. Gearin's going to score, is he? No, he's been grounded. It's a penalty against him for a double movement. If we can see that on the head-on, you'll see whether he bounced over the line or whether his momentum carried him or whether he assisted. See it again on the head-on. He made the effort. Little argument about assist. Sensations aplenty here, 15 points to 9. Parramatta in the invidious position now as we come into the countdown, the last 5 minutes of having to score virtually twice. Outside Parramatta's quarter. Gerard, nicely into Hilditch, into Edge. Edge just couldn't get the ball into his hands there. Mortimer had him arms locked to the side. Beatson. Beautiful pass there from Beatson to Patterson. And away to Kenny. Kenny lobs a nice pass back to Beatson. Beatson gives it out there to Solkovich, who's tackled only about 3 metres away. Classic bit of football. Not much point. Sterling and Mortimer are having a bit of a whack at it. The penalty had already been awarded. There's a little point in Parramatta going on with it. Sterling. Timeout. Touch judge in to report that. The referee wouldn't have seen it. It was in the back of the scrum. Sterling and Mortimer, no love lost today. Penalty to Parramatta, originally awarded. Gerard just kicks for the sideline. Edge. Sterling. Hilditch. Mortimer, I think, could have been penalised there for tripping. Gerard, I think he's in on the surge, beside the post, with about a minute and a half to go, assuming that our young friend Michael Collins can kick the goal. We're back to a one-point situation again. Will they have time to get the ball back, maybe for a field goal attempt? kick-off, and I don't think we've got any more than about 15 seconds to go. Now Hunt, 15-14 the score. I reckon we've got about 7 seconds to go. Our clock coincides with the official one. Glover. I reckon we're out of time now. There it is. So Canterbury have come up with a very controversial win in some ways because of pass that went from Brentnell to Mortimer for the try that put them into the winning situation. But Canterbury 15, Parramatta 14. The statistics of the match have gone a magnificent scrum victory to Parramatta by 15 to 9. The penalties have gone to Canterbury Bankstown by 10 to 6. The scorers in the game have been for Canterbury in their 15 points tally. Chris Anderson, Steve Gearon and Steve Mortimer tries, and Steve Gearon 3 goals. For the